I'm Emily.
And Shannon.
And today we began the day by going to the Church of Saint Apollinare in Classe, which I think the only surviving original decorations are in the apse, right?
Yeah, so it's a mosaic decoration, and Saint Apollinare is the sort of main figure. Christ himself shows up on the cross, just his head is in the middle of the cross, but he actually is not in the main apse mosaic, he's then on top. But that was sort of interesting because in some of the other depictions we've seen, he shows up much more frequently.
There's a giant cross with a small head of Christ bearded, I think, in the middle of the apse, and then beneath him there's Saint Apollinare, and there's sheep proceeding toward him. And then on top of the triumphal arch, sort of over the apse, there's another image of Christ with more sheep proceeding toward him, so it's sort of mirrored on the top and the bottom of the decoration.
And there's also, one of the cool things that I think about the church is that it was also built by the same banker, or built with the funds by the same banker who paid for San Vitale to be made, which we saw yesterday. So it was kind of cool to see that he'd done two churches right at basically the same time. And also, unfortunately, almost all of the marble was carted away to go to Rimini to decorate the Malatesta temple there.
Which we saw 2 days ago.
Yeah, so fun ties with things we've already seen. It was in the middle of a downpour, so I think all of us were quite wet when we got to see the church, so it dampened our spirits a little bit, but it was still amazing to get to see. And then we went out to Comacchio, which is kind of like Venice in that it has canals, but it's kind of like a little fishing town, and it's the off-season, so it's pretty desolate at the moment.
And the primary exhibit at the museum in Comacchio was of a merchant ship which was wrecked during the reign of Augustus. It had a lot of amphorae which would have carried oil or wine, and then we saw a lot of sort of material that would have been on the ship, like ropes and leather, clothing, and
shoes.
Lots of shoes.
Yeah.
Pairs of shoes.
Actually, some really cool shoes that have like nails in them, and then you like put like a sort of softer slipper inside that's part of what a soldier would wear. And those are apparently particularly rare to find. So that was actually really cool.